All right, ladies and gentlemen, another week in the books. Welcome to this week in Base Hit. As always, I am joined by Clone. Flip the hourglass, my friend. We are on the clock. What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm still fighting the same cough.
Yeah, it's
I
been
need to
two
get that
weeks
worked
now.
out.
This is
See if
why
I
nobody
can
should ever go into an airport.
see if I can get through this without having a major coughing fit.
Uh,
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Little Birdie
Happy,
told me you have some things to talk about.
yeah, happy 4th of July, by the way. I know this is going to come out a little bit after 4th of July, but um, I am declaring independence from a drought of World Series titles in redraft as
Oh,
of yesterday. I am the champ of redraft once again, and which is very satisfying because that is, I know we talk about redraft a little too much in this, but I'm taking a little executive uh, um,
yeah,
privilege
yeah.
to say because it's a live auction draft, which is something that's not happening anywhere else in the game, which makes it very unique and gives you an opportunity to draft totally differently. And I'm pretty excited about it because
How'd you win? What'd you do? What was your strategy?
it was tough because Lemke and Perry have dominated that league for a while. Like one of the two has been in the World Series every year for like the last, I don't even know how long, but they were both in my division and uh, top to bottom, like everybody, nobody was more than one game out. But I won the division by like 3 games, so I felt pretty good about that. And then beat Lemke, and then beat J-Pax, who had the most wins in the league. Also had the best hitter and best pitcher because that was his auction strategy. Um,
Congratulations.
yep. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then,
I gotta check the all-time numbers. I'm not gonna check them now though.
yeah,
Last
yeah.
time I did that, you got angry at me when you found out what the numbers were.
Yeah. So, but no, I'm excited about that. That felt good. And then got a couple teams on the verge of making the playoffs, and so we'll see how that works out. Like 3 teams in preseason. Um, but what I thought I could do real quick is in light of um, Independence Day, I wanted to highlight a the Independent League. So I'm just going to share this with you real quick because I think this is a cool league. Most people probably don't know about it. Um, this is independent baseball, and this is a 2-a-day league, which I encourage everybody to have 1 2-a-day league because it gives you a lot of time to strategize. I've noticed new owners can do even better in this because it gives them more time to figure it out. This is a league run by Raven Knott and Floyd Wild, but it's been dominated by Star Walker lately. There's an open team. Somebody wants it. It's in a state of disrepair, I'll tell you. So you're going to have some work ahead of you, um, but it's a cool
Were
league.
you in this league
No, I'm not in this league at all.
you were
And
just thinking about it for Independence Day? All right.
yeah, I was just thinking about it for Independence Day, and then I dug into some of the history, and
I've never played in a slower league.
it as long as you have other leagues, it's fun. If it was my only league, I think it would just be too slow. But pretty much everybody here has more than one league. But you can see Star Walker
What year did they start this one at? Go back.
1950.
Hmm.
So and it's 1936 in terms of league. So I don't know where that puts it in terms of overall timeline, but I'm guessing it's probably 6 or 7 years old.
Click on 1950. You'll figure it out.
Oh,
You can find the or click on the 40, and you could find the when the playoff games were happening.
what do you mean? Click on the
I bet this is
40?
exciting.
Oh,
Somerset Patriots
got it.
40. See when the playoff games were happening. I'm just curious. Click one of those games.
Okay.
This is good radio. All right, no,
Oh,
2010.
oh, damn. So it's 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. I actually didn't. I didn't know that was on there. Has that always been there?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Uh,
Um,
that makes me, yeah, you're getting me thrown out here wondering if I would enjoy a 2-a-day league because I like to have
it,
stuff to do.
yeah,
Well, I have a mix. I like to have stuff to do, but then I don't want to be in extra leagues if I don't feel like I can keep up with them. So
I've
maybe I could feel like I could keep up with a 2-a-day.
I've talked about lawn chair a lot, and that league's awesome because of the work that Cardinals fan and Witt put in. They put a lot of work in, and Pimp runs the preseason free agent draft, and but I'm as competitive in that league as any league I'm in, and I think it's mostly because I have the time to deal with it, whereas some of the 8-a-days are tough for me having 16 teams.
Yeah,
So I think people would like it. And look at like there's a nice mix of new users in here, and then some really quality guys. Like I shouldn't start saying names
yeah,
because like I'll leave people out, but obviously, Raven Nod, Starwalker, Wrangler, Lure guy. Like there's a lot of old school good guys, but
I
Australian Luke's
noticed.
good in this league.
I had never thought about it before, but I noticed maybe it was Lawn Chair that they have players that are still playing.
From
Like,
2008.
no, not that long, but
2018.
it was. Yeah, it was like,
2018.
yeah, it was guys that were drafted in 2017, 2018, maybe that are
Yep.
still out there. That's interesting.
Yep.
Um,
That is one thing is like I've gotten really attached to a couple of my guys because they've been there for years at this point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh.
Yep. So I don't know. There's obviously there's a couple 2-a-day leagues that have some openings. So I guess I know I've pitched this before, but if you're in a bunch of leagues, have one that's 2-a-day. It's fun. It's fun.
Good
Um,
call.
and that league's always full. The forum isn't super active, but I think
Hmm.
that league could get jump started as a community too, because a lot of those owners have been there a while.
Cool.
So
I
independent baseball, that's the league I'm highlighting this week.
Yeah, I got to think about it. Now I'm really thinking about if I wanted to create a 2-a-day league and
Well, you can do more stuff too. I was thinking about
what
that
the
too.
setup would be.
Yeah, you could do a lot having that much time in between games.
I've been thinking about we put out the free agency change this week, which maybe went
Yep.
under the radar, which was,
Talk about
well, we have a bunch of free agency changes coming, but the one this week um was bid visibility, so allowing leagues to decide if bids are going to be fully closed or how we've had it or fully visible, uh, which I think can be interesting, but it's going to take a little while. But
Have you
but it's kind
seen
of a.
how many
Oh, go ahead.
conversations there are going on about it?
No, I
Dude,
saw
if
we
you
have
go
one in
through the
TCL,
forums,
but
like there is almost every league either
no, I
like
need to
if
look.
they have a dictatorship, they've announced a change, or in a lot of leagues, they've opened it up for conversation.
I need to
And
check.
it's like the top 10 forum threads happening right now are all discussions about this. So
All
like
right, well,
people are into it.
I gotta go look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen if people have changed. We
Oh yeah. A lot of people are going to blind.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the benefit, yeah. So the problem with having it out there, yeah, is people there's the kind of first bid penalty, right? You're the first guy that puts a bid out there. If you're not checking on it regularly, then people know that they can sneak in, put a
Just
little
bid you
bit
up a
more
little bit.
money on there, yeah.
Yep.
As opposed to having to actually bid what the guys are worth. And I don't think, I mean, I think it's a better game. I mean, that's what you're used to in fantasy sports, right? You don't have information on what everybody else is bidding on. I think it's better just because I think you're personally, whether you're getting a free agent or not, should be totally dependent on your decision of what they're worth and if you have the money and everything else. And I think it should not at all be dependent on the information that you were able to glean about whether somebody's put a bid in or the timing of when it happened. You know what I mean? So
This is where we disagree because while I don't disagree with what you just said, I disagree with the statement more broadly. Is like, I think it's different based on the league. And so like these options provide the opportunity for leagues to decide whatever they think is best for them, because I can make arguments for some of the other things. Kind of like you have this like narrow vision where you're like, I like only hard cap, soft cap bullshit. I like binding
Whoa,
contracts,
whoa, 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 whoa,
non-binding
whoa.
bullshit. I like blind visibility
Beyond
bullshit.
beyond all of that, I like having things be optional, and I always
Yes, that's
so
what's
don't act like I'm a dick. I have my own personal preferences. Yes,
yeah.
I I do I need to put an asterisk?
But because you said,
Base
I
hit does
mean,
not is not an official.
I
The
want you to
statements put
rewind
on
this
here. The
35
statements put
seconds
on
when you
here.
said, I
Okay.
believe this is the only way to play, is blind, because that's what people are used to.
I don't think I said, but
You
anyway.
said that with hard cap too. But that said, I actually agree with you in
I
both
think it's
those
a good
cases.
way to
I'm
play.
just saying, like because of the rule sets of some of these leagues, it might not be the best option, especially in like a league that has more than like 20 preseason free agents. You might not want to play that way. You might want to create a pseudo auction.
Yeah, that's different though. Uh, you're talking about, yeah, using the tool as giving each other the information. Yeah, if
Yeah.
that's, I mean, and that is in the tradition of kind of tinkering with the mechanics of the game to get something to work. But yeah, I'm not against that.
Yeah,
I am
that's
against the
true.
idea of yeah, for a regular league. I don't think it's very fair for. I mean, yeah, I saw a couple people that talked about wanting to do full visibility, which to me is some.
Awesome.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
you should enjoy it. You enjoy it. We gave it as an option, but you know
I'm not
that
sure if
means
I'm
that
gonna.
forces people to be able to, whoever's on there 11:59:59, that can wait until the last possible second to sneak in a bid or change their $15 million bid to a $2 million bid. I mean, there's just so much
Well, yeah, no, I
goofy stuff
agree
that
with
can
that.
happen.
I mean, that's why we talked about like making the bids binding as an option too, because if you do that, it fixes that problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Because if you have some trickery happening, that's not fun for anybody for sure.
yeah. If it was like perfect information that everyone was able to use,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
different. But when you're against the clock and you've got, and I just, yeah.
No, I agree with that. Yeah,
And that's not self-interested either. I mean, you're talking about it, but
yeah,
as someone that is obsessive that would be on at 11:59:59, I'm saying I should not be benefiting from that.
yeah. You like it'd be like eBay sniping in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
totally, totally.
but uh, but if people want to play that way, that's cool too. But I do think
Yeah, of
like
course.
having an option down the line where we can make an option for binding bids that really fixes that. Is that in the pipeline? Like I know we talked about
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
is yeah,
it's part of it.
yeah,
Um,
okay.
and people with all these things, you got to think about. There was the discussion in TCL about what to do, and hasn't gone anywhere yet. But yeah, I'm not sure. I would like to go hidden, but then, Spam pointed out salaries will go up probably because of people bidding more, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, maybe I would be okay with bumping up the salary cap a little bit. I don't know. I know that you're acting like I'm a dictator and whatever else, but now I love thinking about what's the I do try to think about what's the, like, for me, what's the optimal, most fun
Yeah.
way to
Well,
play. And at the moment, I'm stuck in that league with the cap, and
yeah.
I do see a problem of, like, I can't go either direction of, like, I'd like to go more all in, but I don't have the cap space. Or if I don't want to go all in, can I make some trades? But there's not the cap space to trade, so then it's like, there's nothing to do. And if there's nothing to do, then it's not it's not the ideal setup to me. So
I think the thing that I think that I think other people disagree with me. I think you might even disagree with me. Is I always feel like as long as we're all playing under the same rules, we have a fair game. But I think the argument against what I'm saying is In soft cap leagues, that's not necessarily true because you can be very good or just circumstantially be able to build a team that ages together in a way that it can become unfair for a period of time because you have such a built up team. So, I mean, I think it goes both ways. And like you just said,
Yep.
some of those things tug on each other too. So if you make one option, it may force you to make a cap change or something else as a downstream effect. And I think that's the thing that people should be thinking about as they discuss these things in their league is like, what is the net effect of this? One of the things I saw, I know we're out of time, but one of the things I saw is like
the warning.
there's a lot of leagues that like to create preseason free agents, but the downstream effect of that is salaries go up, talent gets diluted, your free agents become huge, and you just got to think about like not only what's right for this season, but what's right for the next 20 seasons.
As you can tell, I agree. Fully.
Okay, well, Bob Euchre agrees too,
All right, man.
and so does Willie McGee.
I'm cutting myself off when I have more opinions, but I'm
All
trying
right.
to stick to the rules
Yes,
of the game.
sorry, I got the last word in on that one, so I win. All right. Until next time, I hope you all enjoy the new free agent options. Obviously, we tipped our hand. There's more to come, but that's not this week in BaseHit. Maybe it's next week. Maybe it's next month. I don't know. But until next time, we'll see you.